Any look at today's headlines will leave you in no doubt as to the importance of oil to the world we live in. How much it costs, how much is left, what can we use instead, how it affects the politics, economics and every other aspect of what we do, not to mention its crucial importance to the environment we live in. And nowhere are the implications of oil felt more directly than in the transport industry, because it is literally what fuels our business. As well as having to contend with all the global and ecological implications everyone else worries about, we also have to consider the direct impact on our bottom line, our profits, perhaps even our chance of staying in business. Everyone involved knows the facts and figures. None of us needs to be reminded that fuel accounts for a significant, increasing and unavoidable percentage of running costs that often account for over 30% of a transport company's total operating spend. So, it comes as no surprise that everyone involved in the industry, whether it's driver, mechanic, manager or client, is already likely to be taking a very direct interest in what they can do to improve fuel economy. Improving fuel economy will obviously help increase profits, not to mention the major positive impact it will have on any operation's carbon footprint. But it's also a fact that a fuel-efficient driver is a safer driver, who in turn reduces costs caused by accidents and injury. The good news is there's an awful lot you can do to help achieve these gains. Taking advantage of the improvements being made by vehicle manufacturers is a good place to start. And having chosen the vehicle that best suits your needs, keeping it properly maintained is vital. But once your vehicle is on the road, it's very much up to the drivers you employ to help deliver the biggest gains in fuel consumption. Fortunately, there are one or two easy, common sense, simple to adopt measures that any driver can employ to make sure that it's not too difficult for you to start improving your fuel efficiency figures. So, how can a driver make a difference? We're going to follow 3 drivers in 3 different vehicles along a measured test route. They're all very experienced drivers, well aware of their key responsibilities. For example, before leaving the yard, they will, of course, carry out a standard vehicle check. Now that they're all underway, they take care to drive safely and obey speed limits. And their progress throughout these tests is remotely monitored back at Mercedes-Benz. Driving like this is going to result in much better fuel economy than someone who thinks he's taking part in a truck Grand Prix or a Die Hard movie. And sure enough, when the fuel used was compared to the miles covered, each of our drivers delivered a very creditable result. And that's a good start, but it is only a start. There's still an awful lot that can be done to improve the performance of these drivers and any drivers who use your vehicles. Let's take a look now at what happens when we put our 3 drivers through some specialist training on the Driver Hire Fuel Efficiency Programme. The Driver Hire FED course will take participants through tips, strategies and techniques designed to make those all-important cost savings, contributing to much better profits and a lot less waste. We've already seen our 3 drivers take their first run on our measured test route. They're now going to spend some time taking the Driver Hire FED training course. And following completion of the course, they will take a second run along our measured route, after which we will compare the results. So, what are our drivers going to learn? Well, basically, it breaks down into 3 main sections. What to do before they take to the road, what to do whilst they're driving, and what to do when they return to base. Now they're able to return to the test route and complete exactly the same journey as before. The good news for anyone trying to assess the impact of fuel efficiency is that the figures never lie. And these figures, which have been independently monitored throughout by Mercedes-Benz, demonstrate just how much of an improvement the driver hire FED course has delivered. The van driver recorded an 18.7% improvement. The Class 2 driver showed an improvement of 27.1%. And the driver of the 7.5-ton vehicle showed an improvement of 31.2%. Dramatic improvements for your business, whatever size or type of vehicle you're operating. And of course, driving more economically has the added benefit of inflicting less wear and tear on your vehicles, saving on the cost of maintenance as well as fuel. No wonder that these days drivers with an FED qualification are more likely to be hired than those without one. The Driver Hire FED course is designed to help your profits, improve your competitive edge, and make the world just a little bit cleaner, greener, and more fuel efficient. Government figures show that a driver with a fuel efficiency qualification is 10% more effective than one without it. And our tests have shown that the Driver Hire FED course can deliver savings of over 30% on fuel costs. This means that based on these results, if you run a fleet of 10 Class 2 vehicles and they were operated by driver hire trained drivers for a whole year, you could be making an annual saving of £67,000. Makes you think, doesn't it? And what you should be thinking is, how can I find out more? Well, this is how you get in touch and learn about how driver hire can deliver for you. What are you waiting for?